Why does it feel like nobody tips on gig apps anymore? Regardless of what app you decide to use, groceries with Spark, food delivery with Uber Eats or DoorDash, or even when it comes to Whole Foods, it just feels like people don't care to tip anymore. I believe the problem is us, the drivers. I believe it's the way we present ourselves, look, and act on the job. I want to dive into why I think the tipping culture collapsed, and I think it correlates with why customers don't respect us. Ring cameras changed everything. Every house you pull up to now has a Ring camera, which means the customer's going to see you the second you pull up, the way you park, the way you walk up to their door. With the cameras nowadays, you can literally see a freckle on someone's face. But they also end up seeing people dragging their stuff up the stairs. They also see people throwing their items. And this could be food, this could be packages, this could be anything. And the funniest thing too is that people end up blocking the door with the items they're bringing to the customer's house.
And the absolute favorite thing is when people leave the food in front of the door, which is also super common.
And it might not happen that often, by the way, but it happens often enough. Once customers stop respecting the drivers, then the tips are going to start disappearing. Countless times, though, you're going to see the customers get upset with how people are acting on their Ring camera.
Now, some drivers also don't care if the customer's there, so they're just going to throw it regardless. I also love how he just turned around and acted like it was just a regular delivery, like he didn't just lob the package onto someone's porch perfectly. Not once, but twice.
And it'll always stir up controversy because people's first line of defense is to say, but they don't know what happens at the warehouse. They don't know how people treat the packages at the warehouse. But this isn't at the warehouse. What the customer doesn't see doesn't kill them. The problem is their thinking is this person is doing this on the camera. Just imagine what they do off the camera. And it's just a respect thing. You don't really throw stuff on the ground. And 90% of the time, I want to say, people that walk up to the house, if the customer comes outside, they never throw it or toss it like they would if they weren't there. And that's how you know it's wrong. Everybody that's probably watching this video orders stuff online, and I would hate to see someone throwing my stuff like that, which is why I never do it. I don't recommend anybody throw people's stuff. People spend their hard-earned money, and then the return process and all that. If the people at the warehouse are going to throw the items, there's nothing we could do about that. But as the last mile people, we could try to make that difference so that people look at us and have some respect for us and the job that we do. Why gig apps feel bottom tier. While doing gig apps, you're pulling up in your regular clothes, a random car, with no set standards and no true system. So it's completely up to you as the driver to dress well. And this is also the reason why you see people wearing sandals everywhere with the toes out. And now imagine you're rolling up to the customer's house, you got your pants on with the holes in them, you got stains all over your shirt, and you're about to deliver their food. This is why the customer sees many of these drivers as the bottom of the barrel. And this is including myself, by the way. There's times where I look absolutely crazy and it's just like I'm just a part of that stigma. It is currently 4:26. Our route was for 4:15. Our first stop is 30 minutes away, 27 miles out. Now, even if you do show up on time, you're dressed decently, and you do take the job very seriously, many times the customers have already made up their mind from the last 100 deliveries that they've had. And to them, every driver looks the same. The apps also make it worse. There's no standard on who signs up, and there's no standard a lot of times for who's delivering the food. This is also the reason why a lot of people don't like who ends up delivering their food, and they end up having confrontations with them. Something always ends up going wrong.
And then on DoorDash, you still have people stealing food. She looked around, made sure no one was there, and then took it. And this is way more common than you might think. This is the main reason why a lot of people aren't buying from DoorDash anymore.
For all of these apps, it's all about getting more bodies out there, and it's quantity, not quality. And this is what also kind of encourages other drivers who do take it seriously just to kind of fall back, because what's the point? But when anybody can join these apps, the quality does go down, and the tips go right with it. I believe this also correlates with instant payout. I think anytime an app has instant payout, it draws a specific crowd. Instant payout attracts drivers who only care about quick cash in that moment. They will take the lowest paying offers and rush through these deliveries, and they don't care about the service. And this then creates the cycle as well. If your order's always going to get picked up, why would you tip? There's no point. And even when you do tip, you get the same service as if you didn't tip. So why would you tip then? In comparison to the apps that pay out weekly, I honestly think there's no more apps out there like that. I think they're all able to have instant payout. There's more future planning when it comes to people that respect the job they have. They don't want to just lose it and then think about the next thing. You're planning ahead, you're not just looking to make very fast money. The reputation problem from us drivers is just very bad right now.
Now, it's important that we're studying what is happening and what the customer sees. Whenever you see somebody in plain clothes like that, they're typically a contractor. So like Amazon Flex, I believe FedEx has those contractors, and I know UPS during the holiday season, they have personal vehicle drivers as well. So it's not just Amazon that uses contractors, and always remember that. But just listen to this stuff break and listen to this guy's reaction.
Here are the soothing sounds of my new rain stick.
It's not about one driver, it's not about a select few drivers, it's about the total driver network as a whole. Many times people do end up providing excellent service to these customers and they just don't get rewarded from it, and that's because you're the 1 out of 10 times they get a delivery in that month. Why would they tip you better than they tip the other 9 drivers? And you might say, well, my service was great, but it just doesn't matter to them. They've already seen it, and the amount of years that gig work has been a thing, people just get tired of tipping in general. Because as I said before, what's the point if your order is going to get picked up and get done anyway? You could just save the money and not tip 20%, 10%, even 5%. There's many orders that I do on Walmart Spark, by the way, that are $300 to $400 worth of groceries, and they don't even have like a $10 tip. And that's with 2 waters in there, 24-pack case of soda, and a bunch of other stuff. So you kind of have to put it like that. I mean, people just aren't tipping. And like I keep saying, it will get dropped off regardless.
What are you doing?
If you're not tipping, this is...
But my question at times, what do people expect? Do they actually expect a cash tip at the drop-off? Because 99% of the time, that's not going to happen.
This is it.
Are you serious?
Yes, no, this is $400 worth of product here.
Now, how can we fix this? Well, to be honest with you guys, I don't think that there's a way to fix this because people always talk about going on strike and stuff for better pay for these apps and everything, but I have to be the one to tell you that even if every single person in the Amazon Flex Reddit or Facebook group went on strike, it wouldn't make a difference. And people think otherwise, but I'm going to tell you that there will be people out there still doing the same thing as I'm saying. Many times people aren't looking to say that they made $20 to $30 an hour that day. They're looking to say that they made $300 to $400 for the day, even if they've been out there for 12 to 14 hours. So it's what they're grossing as a total. It's not what they're making hourly and that it's like efficiently or whatever. And this is the reason why people don't wait for the rates to go up on Amazon Flex as well, because there's no point. They think of it as whatever, we'll take the route, we'll get it done, and then maybe we could do another one after. Or they'll go do Uber Eats or something else. My personal belief is that if customers respected the drivers more, they would tip more consistently. Even if it isn't that much of a tip, they would just tip in general. Because remember, tipping is always optional, but it's a respect factor. If you do end up ordering $400 to $500 worth of groceries, someone is putting it at your door. And they don't make a lot of money. And they are relying on those type of tips. I don't believe, though, that tipping stopped because people are just cheap. The tipping stopped because they don't respect the driver, and then they don't respect the service because look what kind of service they're getting on a consistent basis. Even if they get great service 10% of the time, it's not enough for them to tip consistently. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have the tips been good in your area? Have you noticed a decrease in tips? And personally, do you tip every single time that you get any type of service done? That could be when going out to eat. That could be when getting your food delivered. To the next route.